Alright, I finally got this thing set up. This took me a full week to get everything diagnosed, troubleshooting, driver issues. You name it, it can happen. Interesting though is the memory in here, might be able to see that there, is still the same RAM that was in whenever I did the short on this. And it didn't play a part in any significant difference with the performance of this so far. I know I said I was going to show you guys first boot up of this, but that was a disaster from the start, literally from the startup. One issue is I went to turn it on, had the camera rolling, went to turn it on, nothing. Like, oh great, the power supply just went out. Perfect. No, it wasn't it. That. Because whenever I pulled the motherboard out, it's probably on my first video of this, but I did not have one of the wires plugged into the switch. Stupid me. Let's see, next issue. Drivers. Apparently whenever you type in AW32 drivers, there's a mess of them. I forget which ones I used. It was only like 4 diskettes. And yes, I still use the diskettes, as you can see here. And more over here. And I got a couple hundred more, I'm sure, if not more. So, narrowed that down. Then I started noticing how slow this thing is just booting up in a DOS. It legitimately took me 2 full minutes to get it to the C prompt with the sound card drivers installed. I was like, okay, we gotta figure this out. Troubleshooted, and I went from thinking, alright, maybe it's a graphics card. No, put the other one back in. This one's a spare, by the way. Not sure if this one's any better than the other one or not. It's another T-Sing ET4000AX. Huh. Anyway, it's a nice card. I need to 3D print a cover for this, but so many of them are different in where the location of the VGA adapter is. I'm just going to have to fiddle around with that and probably never do it. So, fiddled around with that, tried different interface card, and notice I did try staying with VLB. That was not the issue. In fact, this one does not support the high capacity drive, so... However, what is interesting is you can boot from the DOS drive, or a DOS diskette, even though the BIOS showed this drive, showed the 1 point whatever gig drive, showed it, boot from a DOS install diskette, install DOS onto said hard drive, completely fine. Second you go to boot up, doesn't recognize the drive. That's a head scratcher. So, alright, played around with another jumper settings on the interface card. Finally got that squared away. I had to switch to a Tandy mouse because of it. But, come to find out there's a I/O conflict somewhere in there. Don't ask me what it was, I don't remember. And so I got that squared away. And in the process, you also notice I changed out the ribbon cables, because I was convinced something else was going on in there, and it wasn't. I don't remember what it was. Let's see, back to that. So, okay, I'm thinking maybe the drive isn't reading with the CD-ROM drive. I know, I kind of jumped around in there a little bit, just bear with me. So, I switched out to the Creative 52X. Granted, this drive is from 2000. And anyway, that wasn't the problem. So, the reason why I went to the longer cable is I moved everything over to one cable instead of having a master, one device on the, or primary master on one cable. I had two cables here, one for the secondary master, one for the primary master. Switched everything to the same cable, master and slave. That actually helped a little bit. Don't know why, but it did. I think it's the interface card. Still is giving me some issues. Then, well, I got all this working. Let's go ahead and use that CD-ROM, the creative drive. Let's go ahead and use that. Get everything installed. Yeah. I tried doing full install on Star Wars TIE Fighter on CD-ROM. 2 hours later, it was not installed. And that was only like 50 megabytes. I don't know. So, then I got onto the motherboard site, and I refreshed my memory a little bit with this, and what was that drive? I actually found the legit manual for this. However, they give you a newer version of the BIOS on the manual. Kind of like the newer style socket A BIOS screens, instead of what I got on here, which is in blocks, or in sections, then blocks, and sections and blocks. So, yes, I figured that out. But, yes, green function, VL bus system board, MV035. So apparently revision F, I think, was the one that had the new style BIOS, which I could flash to this one, which I probably should. But I'm not going to worry about right now. Oh, where did I move on next to? I think that I covered all of that. Trying to rack my brain real quick. Let's see, sound card, VA, ID, controller, video card, CD-ROM drive cables, jumper settings. Yes, I made sure the jumper settings on the board are correct. Well, then the fan and the power supply I discovered was not working. So I got my handy dandy persuader in there and just kind of moved it around, well, went this way with it, until it finally started spinning. That gives you another noise. And right now I don't want to tear into it and oil up that drive, or fan. So, what do we got here? We finally have a working system. And everything's been rearranged and whatnot throughout the week that I've been playing with this. I should have made some other videos for it. I'm sorry, but I wanted to stay focused on one system and actually get through it. The only thing it did not fix is the readout on the LED for the front of the case. I will do that later on. But I think what we're going to do eventually is, if and when I find another system board, another 486 board, I think we'll do a revisit to this system and probably move to the PCI ISA, and if I find an ISA with a VLB, that way I can keep the video card in there. I know I'm kind of defeating the purpose. Why don't you just use a PCI video card? We'll figure that out later on. Might be kind of fun. Yes, so with that all being said, and 10 minutes of me rambling on what the hell went wrong, here we are. And I will go ahead and boot it up, show you the BIOS settings that I end up using. Get a screenshot of my ugly face in here for you. And yeah, be quick. Oh, yeah, that's the fan, power supply fan. Oh, it sounds old too. So yes, as you can see, like I said, the block, or sections with blocks, instead of the regular layout where you can go into them. And yes, mouse is functioning in here. Oh, sorry. A little indigestion there. Oh, here we go into the advanced. I don't want the 1 megabyte test, that just takes too long to do. And this is just what we got set up here. I don't know if I'm going to disable that. I'm not using the turbo switch. So external cache. And we got the internal cache. Those are both enabled. I don't know if it would make a difference. I haven't really read into it too much. One is for the cache on the board, and the other is for the CPU cache. I think I'm right. I did enable the video shadow, and that did help improve it a little bit. Actually, a noticeable difference. Wow, I should definitely enable the 32-bit because it's VLB. So, yes, I'm going to go ahead and enable that one too. So, ID block mode, I'm just leaving that alone. And I disabled auto config because it was setting everything way too slow for me. And ALE is disabled. I do not have the button for that from a keyboard or reset button. We went with the DRAM burst cycle of 4333. AT cycle between IO cycles 0. I'm not sure if this actually made a difference or not. I moved it to 5 for the clock, and we're just staying with that. Memory weight, 0 weight states, write weight, 0 states. Another one, cache, I moved that to 0 weight states. It seems to be happy with it. Video cacheable. Did not enable the adapter ROM on there, or the cacheable adapter ROM. I should probably go ahead and try that. So we're going to give this a shot. And make sure it finds hard drive still. Takes a minute. I had one setting on here that just boom right there. This one just takes a little bit of a minute. So we're going to keep that, and we're going to save and exit. We'll see if it actually goes any faster. If not, I'm going to go back and change it around. And this is where it asks me turbo, fast, normal. I always just use turbo. So, it actually seems to be moving a little better. Find out here shortly. That fan is not happy. Painfully slow. Okay, in fact, I think that slowed it down quite a bit. So we're just going to go ahead and restart this. And we're going to go back in here and change the... I'm going to try... What am I going to try? Let's disable that and try that. Now I'll go back to fast on the card. There we go. That's better. Turbo mode may have been holding me up. Yeah, definitely a lot better. So, the first one we are going to do is we're going to see how the sound card sounds on Rise of the Triad first. And obviously I'm going to crank up the volume to overtake the noisy fan. Yes, AW does not sound anywhere close to MIDI. So I think I'm just going to use demo. No, I'm not. Let's use a combat game, just because. Eluder, deluder. Whoopee. Oh, you can change all kinds of things in there. So, oh, which one do I want to pick? And it's either the one-stop gun shop or sign language. Let's use the nerdy-looking guy. See where the performance is kind of bouncing here. Yeah. So, kind of get a gist of my performance lag here. And, am I happy with it? Absolutely not. Pulled the plug. So, we got that. Now, if this CD-ROM will actually open up for me. Now, this is going to take a second to come right back up for me. In fact, I'm going to have to do a cutscene here because I am about ready to lose the camera thing, so I need to restart this. Okay, we're back to the other game. We'll see if this will work. Played with the BIOS settings a little bit. I don't think I improved it much, but like I said, I think it is an issue with the control card. I'm probably going to get dinged for copyright, so I'm going to turn the sound down until I get to where I can change the music. Loading TIE Fighter CD. Please wait. Okay. I can at least include that. Yes, yes, yes. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Entered into a really good movie series. I guess. Until Disney got a hold of it. I did not say that. Oh, music off. There we go. And for choppiness, I'm just going to go back. I'm going to go to the 320 by 200, and maybe that'll help improve it. You can hear the sound repeating. About 2-second audio clips just keeps repeating. Now this is, by the way, the collector's CD-ROM version of the game. So I got all these fancy cutscenes in here.
The Empire is on the verge of success. Soon, peace and order will be restored throughout the galaxy. Even now, our capable forces, led by Darth Vader, are striking back at the rebel insurgents.
The rebels are unprepared for our attack. Signal Vice Admiral Thrawn to launch his Time squadrons immediately.
This rebel stronghold has no hope of escape. Commence the attack.
Yes, sir.
I'm not sure if there's supposed to be something on the screen or not for those, but there's nothing on the screen. In case you're wondering, it's collector's CD-ROM. Yeah, I don't care about that. That's who I can blame. Yes, I know. Let's go. So,
Enter your name, pilot.
yeah, I gave it a shot. I guess I'll, Ooh, film room. Let's see what we got here. Oh, nothing. Okay. I don't know where I'm going here. Oh, yes, I do remember going through these. I have to say, I apologize to you Star Wars fans out there. I was never a big Star Wars fan. It entertained me watching it. It just wasn't me. Sorry. So, I apologize. Now, you Trekkie fans out there, that's a whole nother ballgame for me. Let's see how fast I die on this. The Hoth system. Hoth, whatever you want to call. Sure, I'll join the battle. I can be a statistic. Should I view the mission map? Okay.
One TIE fighter from Alpha, Beta, and Gamma squadrons will be out on patrol around outpost D-34. We are on the lookout for rebel forces that are fleeing from their base on Hoth.
Okay. Now I have no clue what my controls are here. Luckily, this handy little... Whoa! Alright, crash.
They are entering the area near Void B-18.
Okay. Okay, green thing must be...
TIE Fighter Alpha 1, inspect all craft. Fred is requesting permission to pass through this sector. Transport's requesting permission to pass through this sector.
There we go. Now I figured out the map. Oh, this is working better on the lower resolution. Let's see how much shooting. Hang on. I gotta figure out how to increase my speed. Creating and deleting. What I do like is how nice and colorful this manual is. Bear with me, I'm still trying to find out how I... There we go. Oh, there's a plus.
Abort mission. Mission a failure. Some craft have slipped by you without being inspected. Return to base.
Sorry, guess I was supposed to inspect them. So, there's that. But, I should have read the manual first. Apparently I didn't want to, though. So there's that. But yes, this is actually kind of fun, but... I mean, shoot, all the settings are on high. So, and the music was on, so I'll probably get dinged on that. We'll see what happens there, though. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll get lucky. We all don't know how it is out there. So, with that being said, what do you guys think? Obviously, this was the 500 sub special for everybody, and I worked pretty darn hard on this. Granted, it was about 5 hours a day that I spent on this trying to get it working. And no, it wasn't 5 hours straight. I did take breaks in between and watch some other YouTube videos and whatnot. Mainly a lot of car crashes. It's a guy thing. Yeah, I need to quit rambling on and stay on topic here, but that's the way I am. So, I guess what we're going to do next is going to be a little different, and I'm tired of hearing that right now. Oh, my lord. Like I said, what do you guys think? Would you like to see more of these retro type builds? If so, they're going to be fewer of them put out, or not fewer, but they're going to be put out in a little bit longer time frame. I mean, probably one a week is what we're looking at here. Just because of getting everything rounded up for these things and diagnosing and troubleshooting and hardware failures and software issues, driver conflicts, I can go on. But obviously if I hit the 1,000 sub mark, I will do another special. Not sure what yet. Maybe a walkthrough. Show you my collection of junk. Be kind of cool. I was thinking about doing that for the 500 sub special. I was like, no, you guys deserve something better than this. So, not saying that the walkthrough wouldn't be fun, but it took me a couple of years to get to this point. 2 years to get to this point. And get everything worked around. So if you want to see more of this, please let me know. Obviously, it's not going to be this all the time that I'm going to do. We will be bouncing around from some of the newer stuff to the older stuff and back and forth. Let me know what you think, please. And I think the next one I'm going to do is... Well, you know, I don't know. I got so many options out here. In fact, 1 second here while I mosey on by the camera. We have, so, you know my intro song, towards the end of it, it sounds like it's a dying Mac. That was done on purpose, by the way. And sadly, I have one of these, or have about 3 of these now. They're a royal pain in the rear to use. But yeah, there is a cool factor to them. Obviously, the best spot would be to put an LED back in here and just light it up and, I don't know, maybe change that. I don't know. Anyway, yes, I do have that. That's why I have the dying Mac towards the end of my intro song music. So, a little bit of a history there. Anyway, yes, I don't know what my next one is going to be. I will find something fun. Maybe this weekend I'll stumble upon something and figure it out from there. So until then, I'm sorry about how long this took. I'm sorry I rambled on so long. There's just a lot of stuff I want to get off my chest and talk about. So with that being said, please, thank you for watching. Stay safe and watch out for those idiots.